Good evening. Good evening. Please, if you're online, you can drop a message for us to know who and who are online. If you're online, help us to like the button, drop comments for us to know so that we can appreciate those that are watching us live. Well done, sir. Mr. Peter, Madam Doris, you're welcome on board. You're welcome on board. We'll soon start in the next 2 minutes. I want us to have few people online because our Friday is always a revision class where you can also call in if you have any problem in your study and you want me to explain. You can call in on 620-586-038. You can also help us to share to friends. If you can link it up with a friend, or you invite friends to join us, as many that have problem on the issue of driver's license here in Spain. So, and again, if you're watching us, try to put a like button, like, just help us to like so that you're appreciating the page. Help us to like, help us to press the button like. If you're joining us, help us to press the button like button. Like button. Help us to press the like button. Help us to press the like button, please. It's very important. Help us to press the like button. Sister Vivian, you are welcome. You're welcome. Thank you. Good evening, sister. You're welcome. Please help us to click the button like. Help us to click the button like. Try. There's a like button under the video. Under the video, just look under the video. There's a like button somewhere here. Just help us, that hand, help us to just click it. Just click that hand to appreciate. To appreciate. Just to appreciate. So thank you very much. Oh, without wasting time, let's just start. Let's just start. What are we doing today? We're going to have a revision class on what we are able to study so far during the week. Remember that if you happen to be my student, we are getting to the end of the program, and many students have been passing almost every day now. So I would love if you have any question you encounter in your week study, maybe from Monday up till now, maybe some subtopic or some test that has been a problem, you can drop it on the live chats, or you call on 620-586-038. We are having 1 hour plus here to assist as many. Even though if you are not our students and you're watching this video, you can even drop your question, or you call on the same number which appears on your screen board there, which is very, very important. We are here to answer you. And if you're watching us, please try to put up the thumb, that thumb you're seeing under this place. Put on the thumb, that thumb you're seeing under this place. Just put on the thumb. Put on the thumb, like our video. I know it's not, maybe it might not be video you want, but you have to like to appreciate. Please don't just watch us. Like the button, like the video. There's a like video. This is a professional something, and we are assisting as much that encourage us by liking the video. So subscribe to our channel. You can't be watching us without subscribing. We notice something at the end of every video like this. We might have few people that watch live. At the end of the day, before 30 minutes, we see 500 people, 900 people viewing, and which is not encouraging. If you're viewing us and you cannot appreciate it, it's not right. If you're viewing us and you don't appreciate it, it's not right. Try to appreciate. Don't come on this platform without appreciating or like. Click the like icon, the hand like this. Click it. If it's the hand like this, you want to click that you don't like it, click it. Don't just be watching us without appreciating the video. It's encourage us, it give us more zeal to do more. So today what we're doing here is we are class online in English, and we prepare you to pass. And we have a material that are actualized to the traffic exam, which if you're not living in Madrid, we can post it to you wherever you are. Or if you're living in Madrid, we can get it to you at doorstep. And we create a modern way of how you can pay and make it better for you. So you have friends, family, church member that thinks that this period of pandemic is the right time to achieve their driver's license. This is the time. Call them, invite them, share the video with them, and let them see that things are going on, and tell them to call us. Even though they don't have the cash at once, we can create a way of paying gradually that will ease everybody's pain. The major zeal is to see everyone passing. So God bless us today. So there's a question on board. Please, you have to drop question, or you have to call in through phone. Drop question, because this is a question interaction. Your question will be what I'm going to elaborate. So I'm going to talk some few points, but I want us to take time for questioning. It's meant for students that are online with us, that are doing revision. So if you've been studying rightly, you will have gotten some 1 or 2 questions which are bothering you. So if you can't type them, call on phone. Let's make it an interaction. Now, a question comes from a lady here, Doris, says, how many points can be lost in a day? The maximum point that can be lost in a day is 8 points. It comes in exam. 8 points. You can't lose more than 8 points a day. Now, let me talk about the points. Let me just elaborate, because your question will be making me to talk about some teaching. Now, the point like this is when you pass your driver's license newly, you are going to be given 8 points. After a period of 2-3 years, they write you, they increase your point to 12 points. After another 2 to 3 years, they write you again that they increase the point to 15 points. 15 points is the maximum point which anybody can have, whether you are 30 years with your license or not. But if you commit any atrocity, this point, when you commit any atrocity or you disobey the traffic rules and regulation, they deduct points. So, but the maximum point which they can deduct a day is 8 points. And anytime they deduct any point, don't let anybody lie for you that wait after 5 years they will bring back the point. Is a lie. You have to go by bringing back points. A course that is called recuperación de punto. You're bringing back points. So don't waste time and allow your points. When you are reduced of points, it means that you are like a dwarf which cannot grow. So when they reduce your point through to any error you made on the roadway, try to just go back to any school tallies to your area, go and do the exam to bring back your points. It's very, very important. Always allow your point to be at the best so that it can grow. Somebody that has 15 points, you commit an offense 10 times a day, the maximum they can reduce is 8 points, as we hear. Please, if I answer your question, always thumb up or said good or okay, so that we can go on. Now, another question comes and says, is it forbidden to stop or park on an elevation change? What is an elevation change? An elevation change is a steppy hill. A steppy hill. Stop to park. You can park there or stop, depend on the kind of stopping which you are talking about. Now here we are talking about voluntary parking or stopping. When you're driving, remember that it has to do with the visibility. If you're stopping, it has to do with a good visibility. If you have a good visibility there, you can stop. But if you don't have a good visibility there, it's not safe for you to stop in that place or park. But when it comes to parking in that area, you have a slope, a hill slope or down slope. Can you park? How can you park? You can park there on a downward slope by putting your gear in reverse with the handbrake. But upward slope, ascending or descending, ascent or descent. Ascend, you put your gear in one, since it's a hill going up, with handbrake. So you have to understand the pattern of parking and the pattern of stopping. Remember I told you that the area, when they are talking about stopping, maybe because you're driving there, and that can you stop, you can only stop if you have a clear visibility, because not having visibility can be dangerous to you. Any other question? If you have questions from the test we did yesterday that I marked, which is test 15, you can also call test 15. If you have any question on test 15, you can also call and let me know which number did you need explanation on. Which number are we? Good. Any other question? Any other question? Please let your question roll in. You can also call 620-586-038. It can be on the WhatsApp also. You can call it on WhatsApp if you can't make it on. You can call it on WhatsApp. We have the test we did yesterday. If you ask question, I'll be able to talk about some. So okay, some people ask about some subheading in a class today. I think somebody asked about explanation on a subheading. Someone said explain subheading 117 and 118 on right of way. 117 and 118. 117 and 118. Good. 117 is this place in our textbook. This place. 117. 117. Now the right of way. Let me just explain to you. When explaining this place, look at this junction. This 4 junction. This is a junction where there's no regulation of sign. There's no traffic sign here. Now, on this junction, this 4 junction, the textbook made an error, the printing error. What you need to understand in this place is that the person coming from the right has the right of way first. That means the vehicle that has to go in that place is the vehicle coming from the right. In this picture, there's no vehicle in the right picture. So when you are the blue car, you are the car that is going straight, you are the blue car. Now the person coming from the left, the right, is the one that has right of way, while the person coming from the right is the first person to go. The second person is you, and the person coming, which is the red car, is the third. The last person is the yellow car that is coming from the left. So anyone coming from the left is the last person that has to go when there's no traffic regulation on that road. So the right of way, when there's no sign, is given to the person coming from the right. That is the rule of the roadway. So in a junction where there's no sign, the general rules of right of way will be applied. So the general rules of right of way is the person coming from the right. So that is why when you get to a junction where there's no sign, just look at your right and give way to the person coming from the right. You know, this includes cyclists also, but not loose animals, whatever side they are coming, you have to honor them. But there was a question I treated yesterday online, and I told us that one of the questions, and I said the cyclists are coming from the left group of cyclists, but none of them has entered. It means that they don't have priority. But if one of them has entered, all of them must be given priority. Good. Number, he said, subheading 118. This 118. This place 118. Where the right of way is exceptional. Exceptional cases for the right of way in subheading 18. Exceptional cases. We have 4 areas that are exceptional from this right of way from the left or from the right, which is the rules we're talking about. Now, 1, a vehicle traveling on a paved road. What is a paved road? A paved road is a road they tarred. Asphalt, which is tarred. That place where they painted black road, you know, we know road when they say a tarred road in Africa. Now, a road they did not tar is called untarred road, which is unpaved. 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 They didn't tar it. So anybody traveling on a paved road has right over the person coming from unpaved road, whether from any side of the road. The second one is vehicle traveling on a rail. Rail can be a train rail, a tram track, or a trolley bus track, or a metro track. Since it crosses your road, anybody on it, any vehicle on a track has right of way over you that is driving on the road. Another third one is on the roundabout. Any vehicle in the roundabout has right of way over the person joining the roundabout. The last one is any vehicle on the major road has right of the way over the person who is joining. So when you are joining from the entering slip, you don't have right over the person on the major road unless the person feels like facilitating, just like the way law says, help to emerge. That is it. So I think that is a question from Madam Joanne. A question from Madam Joanne. That is a subheading. I think if she's online, that is explanation to your question you dropped on the class page this morning, this today. Now, another question from someone here, Sister Wumi, said 105, subheading 105. Subheading 105. I think subheading 105 is this. If it's right, try to write on the page and let us know. Just this. Try. I said if I answer and if you are clear, even if it's not your question and you are clear, please drop your question because it's an interaction. It's an interaction now. So that area is talking about the part of way where stopping and parking is forbidden. That place, that subheading 105, is talking about the part of highway where stopping and parking is forbidden. You know, What is the difference between stopping and parking? Stopping is you are still in the car less than 2 minutes. You are not out of the car. So it's that one is considered stopping. But parking is when you're out of the car, you stationarize the vehicle, or you are still in the car more than 2 minutes. It's considered as parking. Now, this area, they explain to us that where it is not permitted because of this dangerous thing around the vicinity. Like, for example, you parking at a junction where you block, or if between two vehicles and the side of the road is not so defined, not so clear for other people to, or if you prevent other vehicles from using the road, you block a junction. You can park at a junction. Another one, you block the access of an entrance, a garage, somebody's garage that wants to drive out of the road. You can't park, you can't stop there. Another one is that if you obstruct the ramp of people, like reduced mobility, handicap, where in front of your house you have where they roll their wheelchair to come out from it, and you block the entrance, or you park on where an handicapped person is supposed to park. They are not there. Or you on a central reservation area or an island when it's not involuntary parking. There's difference between voluntary. We're talking about voluntary parking now. You purposely did it. But involuntary is permitted anyway. My car stopped at the junction. I have to call people for mechanic to come and help me out. But voluntary is you purposely park there. So voluntary is what we are talking about, that is prohibited in this aspect. Or a place that people are passing, like pedestrian crossing. You're parking on the pedestrian crossing. If you park on a pedestrian crossing and someone has to use the major road to cross and they have accidents, automatically those vehicles on the pedestrian crossing becomes the problem. So that is everything about that subheading 105. It's just an area that prohibits stopping and parking. So if you're joining us, we said you should like the video. Please help us to like the video. Try to like the video. You can't watch us without liking the video. We realize that few people are online with us, but immediately we go online, you see 500, 900 people viewing our video. Encourage us by liking the video. It motivates me to do more. I don't come online because you want to see my face. I come online to affect my generation. So please appreciate, like the button. Don't watch this video without subscribing to this YouTube channel, or without liking, or without dropping comments. Even though you are watching it after the live video, drop a comment. Appreciate. Thank you for doing this, or we don't like you doing it. The boats are something, they energized me. So please, now drop comments. Always drop comments to watch this video. I will appreciate it. I will appreciate the video. And you can also drop your question anytime, even though if you're not live, I rewatch it. I go back to the video to see if any student drop comment for me to be able to answer. And again, this is not only is a public video. It's not only for my student online. But if you've been to exam before, or you are studying at home and you have any problem, you can call in on 620-586-038, or you drop your video online. If it's on Facebook or on the YouTube, you drop, and let's try to share and brainstorm and see how many people will be able to achieve their driver's license this period. So any other question from anyone? Any other question? This is a revision class online, a revision class with the teacher. You're meeting with the teacher live and direct. So bring your question up. At least I'm the doctor in this place. So bring up your question, and I'm here to solve the problem for this few minutes we are going to be online. Please, if you're online, please drop your question, or you call on 620-586-038. 620-586-038. We said, if you're watching, please help us to thumb up, help us to like the button, help us to like, put a like button. There's a hand like this. People does not even know where the like is. There's a like this. There's a like, please. Thank you very much. Just 1 minute, please. Hello, ma. I will call you back, ma'am. Or online class, ma'am. So A question comes up now from Sister Vivienne. Says, sir, what precautions should be taken if there are animals on the side of the road you are using? Good. If there are animals on the side of the road you are using, side, what you need to do is that you have to pay attention and you have to drive with caution. There are animals on the roadway. You don't need to stop. They are not on the road. If they are on the road, look at the question in the exam. They are on the side of the road. But if another question comes in the exam that they are on the road, if they say they are on the road, you have to stop. You don't press on, because when you press on, they scatter. But they're on the side of the road. You drive with caution or pass with caution. That is the answer. You pass with caution. That is it. In exam, that is why many people, when they use a material and they are studying in the book and the book says they are on the road and you are used to that, but you get to the exam, they said on the side of the road. The side of the road is different from on the road. That's why I tell people, my student, when you are going to exam, read like a baby. It has nothing to do with graduates. You have to read like a baby. Read like a baby. You understand me? To be able to read like a baby, to be able to get it sync. Remember. Now, another question says here from Brother Michael says, sir, for instance, you have just 8 points and you commit an offense. My question is, can that point be taken? Yes, the point can be taken. The point can be taken. I have someone who I think after 15 years, I just got the person back on Facebook 3 days ago. That person was my first student that I racket driver's license for, and he lost the license in my presence the same day. He lost the 8 points the same day. And how did he lose it? How did he lose the 8 points? What happened is that he committed an atrocity just an hour before that time, which removed 3 points. And later, after like 1 hour, he committed another one, which they removed another 3 points. So 6 is out. And when we are going again, he removed shirts because it was a summer and was driving without shirts. Was driving without shirts on the road of Valencia Highway. And the police stops the highway, and said, you have no right driving on the roadway without shirts. And he lost all the 8 points. But the brother cannot read very well and write, because when you lose your point, you have no right to do the exam in English. You can only do the exam in Spanish. So you have no option of doing it in English. Bringing back a point is always in Spanish. Are we clear? So if you have your textbook with you on subheading 283, look at this place, 283. 283. Are you there? 283. That 283 explain those places they place red. They are points which you lose when you commit those offenses. Those offenses. You understand me? So when you commit those offenses, you lose those points. Are you with me? So those offenses, you lose those points. So just for example, someone is driving recklessly, reckless driving, or you are doing a kind of race on the road, you can lose 6 points. And you're a new driver, you just got 8. So you lose 6. 2 cannot take you anywhere. There are people in Madrid that I know, which I was opportune to know that they've lost point like that. And I call them on phone personally, being a black person. And I tell them, look, my brother, it's some people say, teacher, don't worry, Joe. I have to, somebody told me that after 3 years, they will bring back the points. And I laughed. I laughed because that kind of person, that 2 point that you think is a point is not a point. It can't take you because anything can happen, you lose it. And when you lose the 8 points, automatically, you don't have license again. If you drive with that card and you are caught, you'll be charged like someone who does not have license. So if you're watching us again, please, there's a like button. There's a like button. Please help us to like. Help us to like. Help us to like. Be appreciative of this video. Encourage us. Help us to like. Now, another question, have a question. Please, if you have a question, you're free. This platform is for everybody. Drop your question or you call. If you can't type it, you can call on 620-586-038. 620-586-038. Any of my students can drop the number on the platform for people to see. Now, the question, Brother Peter put in my question, can one drive with earpiece on his ear and using it to communicate? Yeah, earpiece, you know, the law says you can use hand-free. What is hand-free? Hand-free is when you are having a conversation through your speaker of your music, speaker of your radio in the car. But putting earpiece, headphone, earphone, you know, I got hooked last month in Madrid here. I was talking with someone because it wasn't clear, and I put an earpiece. And a mufti police on the highway, mufti car, just parked me. That was my second multa in my years in Spain. That was the second sanction I will have in my life. And the police gave me 200 euro sanction. I can't beg the police because if I beg you, it can result to another thing. So I have to take it, and it gave me a sanction, and it asked me to go and pay before 15 days, this and that. And it didn't remove points because it just felt that I am not communicating. It was just on my ear, and he saw it. So there are some police that can ignore it. Like that one that stopped me, that gave me a multa, a sanction, did not remove points, but it gave me a sanction. But he has the right to remove points, 3 points, 4 points sometimes. So it depends on the officer that stops you. Sometimes most of us do it as a fashion. You see some people, they put the hairpiece as a fashion and they drive. It's against the law. Let me just tell you something. It's against the law. Even the law says your hand-free communication shouldn't be more than 1 minute, 30 seconds, 1.5 minutes. So just note that. People, we disobey it. I did it last month, and it cost me because I was attending to a student and I was driving. And after I finished that attending to that student, I forgot that thing is still on my ear. And it's not more than even a minute, 2 minutes. A mufti police car on the highway just saw it, just drive, just put light and say, park. And I was like, my God. Even before I park, I remove it. He said, I saw it and we videoed it. So if you want to go to court, no problem. I said, I can't lie, because since they video it and they saw it, if I go to court, I will lose the opportunity. So, and I might be charged more. So I have to pay. I paid the sanction just last week. I paid the sanction just last week. And that day, my students, that's one of the students I was even talking with, just said, oh, teacher, I will pay half of it. And just even send me some, just give me some money. So it's what I blessed. I appreciate that student for that. So let me just go back to a question. Say, so but now if you have your question, you can post it. But hope Mr. Peter, you are able to understand what I said. So if tomorrow you start driving, please be very careful. Just be very careful. It's better you connect it to the speaker. Connect to the speaker, Bluetooth of your speaker, and communicate easily. But remember that anything apart from 1 minute 30 seconds, you get carried away. You too, just try it. Anytime you're talking on phone and it's more than 2 minutes, that conversation, you get carried away and you don't lose concentration. So thank you for that. Thank you for the thumb up. This is what we will enjoy so much. Now, so another question, say from Sister Foley, say 40, 41, 42. Subheading 40, 41. For people that does not have our book, if you are my student, you have the book. Wherever you are living, if you are living in Germany, Norway, we post the book down to you. You get the material and you join us on our own forum where we teach. It's a WhatsApp group where we teach and prepare people. And I'm available 24 hours to assist any of the students until you pass. So when you're paying us until you pass. So 40, 41, 42. 40, 41, 42, if you go to exam, that place is sure. You must have a question from that place. What is that place talking about? That place is talking about a kind of lane that improve traffic flow. This is what we are talking about. A kind of lane that improve a traffic flow on the roadway. Most of us are used to this road. Good evening, Sister Johannes. I've answered your question. So if after this video, you need to go and rewatch it. I answered your question. If you are just joining me now, I've answered your question you posted on the class. The reason why I didn't answer it on the class today is because I know I'm coming on video like this. So that I can use it on the video. So try to listen to rewatch this video after we finished. That's why I don't delete it. I don't delete it. Watch it so that you can get it. Okay. And in your state, please try to help us to share and tell people about this. Good. So okay. So what's number 40 of that place, subheading that textbook, subheading 40 talks about a lane that enable you to drive in opposite direction to the normal. What is that road? That road is called a contraflow. A road that contradicts the flow of traffic, which means we call it passing a one way in Nigeria. We call it one way. That is, you are going contrary to the flow of traffic. One way is one direction. So going on that contraflow is what we're talking about. And remember that this contraflow here happens more on motorway and dual carriageway, which is autopista and autovia. And autovista and autovia, the road is 120 kilometers per hour on that road, and the minimum is 60. So when you drive on a road which we call on a lane we call contraflow, your maximum speed is reduced to 80. Minimum speed is still 60. So that was why when they say, what is the maximum speed of a car on a contraflow is 80. What is the minimum speed? The minimum speed remains 60. Now, what is the contraflow? My lane is blocked, and they borrowed one lane from the other people that are coming from the opposite direction. So they will now demarcate it with cone. What is the purpose of cone? Cone form an imaginary line which no one should cross. Now, anybody that share any of the lane that share cones with me will do the same law that guide the contraflow. Remember, the law is maximum speed of 80, minimum of 60. And you must use a deep beam headlight during the day and night, which means the two that share the contraflow and the person that share cone. But the other lane will be driving normal. They'll be using maximum speed of 120. So that is the contraflow issue. The second one, which is on 41, subheading 41 is called additional lane. What is an additional lane? Additional lane is you have one lane going, one lane coming on that platform of the road, and you have enough as shoulder. And they realize that one lane is not enough for one flow of traffic. So they now put together the hard shoulder to form a lane. Now, to make sure that all the total lane on that road becomes 3, there's no more hard shoulder. So they demarcate with cone to form 3 lanes. So 2 for one direction, 1 for the other direction. So in that area, we call additional. What they added the hard shoulder to form an additional lane. So in additional lane, everybody is driving on a line. So in that case, nobody will do a maximum speed of 120. Everybody will be doing maximum speed of 80, minimum speed of 60. And everybody will put on the deep beam headlights. That is it. The last one is called reversible lane. Reversible lane. What is reversible? Reversible lane is being controlled by a traffic lane light most time. So when you have a green traffic lane light arrow on your lane, means that is the direction of your flow. But when you have X-red, means that you must not go to that lane. If you find yourself in that lane, you must change as soon as possible, because that lane is meant for the person who is coming. So in that case, you have to understand that this reversible lane is always found in a built-up area, not on a motorway or dual carriageway. So, and it has no maximum speed. You do the maximum speed according to the road where it is found. So it's different from the subheading 40, 41. 40 and 41 is found on motorway and dual carriageway. It's just a kind of lane that enable to improve the flow of traffic on that highway when something happens. And remember that on a contraflow, which is a lane that enable in opposite direction to normal, which is 40, is if the road is totally blocked, that means every vehicle will use the contraflow. But if the road is not blocked, there are some vehicles that can use the contraflow. Are you getting me? There are some which means vehicle without trailer. Your private car without trailer, your motorcycle without trailer, they cannot, they without trailer are the one that can use that contra flow. But if they said the road is blocked through up because of Obra or due to Obra, everybody has no other option than to use it. So any other question from anyone? I think I'm able to answer your question, Sister Foley. Because I told you that your question will be bringing me into teaching. Your question will be taking us to the manual, our book. You understand me? So we're taking it. So you can, since you've been studying, the purpose of having this video on every Friday like this is to be able to put together what you've studied during Monday till now. So please bring up your question. Your question takes us far. I'm not lecturing here. I'm not lecturing. I lecture on our page on WhatsApp, on the driving school on WhatsApp. But here is to fine-tune everything that you've studied. So if you're not asking questions, means that you're okay or you don't study. So that is, are we following? Are we following? Are we following? So any other question? Any other question? You can also, I said, you can call in on 620-586-038. 620-586-038 if you are having, if you maybe you can't type, you're driving or your phone, or and you feel like calling so that you won't miss the live video, you can do that. And if you want to join us, you want to join our class, we'll be making record. Good record is not here on the public road. Somebody called me 2 days ago and said, look, how many people that passed from you since 2 months ago has been a record, but we don't hear it on the streets. My wife told me, but we don't hear it on the streets. Good record. If something bad happened, the record will spread. But people don't hear the good record. So who are to share the good record? You. Help me to share the good record on the roadway, that it is possible. People are passing seriously, and it is possible at your convenience. When we teach, you can listen to the lecture second day, and we are available to assist also. Now, another question says, what is the maximum speed for a new driver? A new driver does not have a maximum speed. It was before 4 years ago that the law says a new driver should not drive more than 80 kilometers per hour. A new driver does not have any maximum speed. A new driver, what a new driver does is that a new driver must put the L for the period of 1 year. Don't fashion with it. Put the L rightly on the left rear end for period of, and the L must be a green background, not blue, not red. It has to be a green background. So for the period of 1 year, immediately is 1 year, you can remove it. Be proud that you just passed and you got your L. If you pass and you didn't put L and you are being stopped, they can remove your points. So what is the essence of you struggling to get the license? And just to put the L, a police now stops you and you are being given a sanction and you lose your license. So I think we should think twice. If you know, I always tell people, I can't gamble with my residents because I know what it takes me to have it. So if you have it free of charge, you can gamble with it. You know, and that's why I tell people, don't give room for somebody, don't give ear for somebody to tell you, let me go and do exam for you, or somebody are doing exam for them. Can you do it and pay? Don't pay. If you're caught, you lose license. It is better you struggle. It takes you 6 months to study, even though you cannot read and write. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. By the time you get it, you'll be different. I've taught a lot of people that cannot read and write here in Madrid. And today, I don't want to mention name, and I cannot mention name. It has been a record. So that's it. So you can do it. Don't pay someone. You can do it. Even though you are failing, it means that you've not gotten one key thing. Just give your best to it. Don't give up. Anybody that tells you to give up or that tells you to go and pay, they are an enemy of your progress. Or anybody that says, don't go to school, don't mind. Whosoever have it rightly will ever encourage you to have it. That is just one thing. So anybody around you that is not encouraging you to have it, just know that the person is not. And remember that the fight that you live now, you are coming to fight it again. And when you come to fight, it might be hard then. The law might have been changed. So another question says, from Sister Foley here says, can I overtake from the right? Can you overtake from the right? Yes, exceptional rule. According to general law, can you overtake on the right? No. But in exceptional cases, can you overtake on the right? Yes. There are two cases that permit you to overtake on the right. One, you overtake on the right a tram that is at the center of the road. You know, the tram is like the assistant to bus and is on a rail, like what we have in Pala. In Madrid here, there's a city that is called Pala in Madrid here, and they have tram at the center. So if I'm going faster than the tram on the right, I'm overtaking that tram on the right. And again, the second one is anyone planning to turn to the left. If I go faster than the person on the right, it means that I'm overtaking the person who is on the waiting lane to go to the right, to go to the left, sorry, to turn to the left. So I'm going faster on the right. Those are the two cases. And it can be found on our subheading 74. 74 in our book. Subheading 74. Look at this place. Subheading 74 in our book. 74. This place. 74. How to overtake. As a general rule, I should do this on the left. But there are two cases where overtaking as exceptional cases, exceptional circumstances that permits you to overtake on the right. The tram or vehicle planning to turn or turning to the left. That's it. So if you're joining us, please help us to like button, And if you want to make inquiry, maybe you don't want to call after the lecture or you want to know how you can be our student, you can call in on 620-586 or you drop your number. I will always call you, or you write me on WhatsApp on the same number. I will always call you to explain how you can be our student, and we do as much as possible to make you pass. We render our service, even though if you call me midnight, I'm available to assist to make you pass. So the class is like at your convenience, at your comfortable time. So you don't need to stress. You don't need to stress to have it. We make it real. We make it happen. And if you want a personal online class like this, it's, it's pepper. So if you just pepper me small, I can always create that. So because we want to go into a private class, but not private like the way we do it before. So is that. So another question comes from Brother Michael. I'm enjoying this. He said, what pressure do tire need to have? The pressure that tire need is the manufacturer recommended pressure. Every tire has a manufacturer recommended pressure, which must be put on the car. Now, if the manufacturer pressure of a tire is 1.5 bar, now, for example, maybe now you have a BMW, and that BMW car, the manufacturer said, be putting 2.5 bar always. And if you put 2.6 or 2 or 2.8 or 3 points, 3 point something, that is higher than the manufacturer. It means that you have higher pressure than the manufacturer, which is not right. It will make your tire to warn at the center. The center of that tire will warn is it faster, and the tire will lose grip on the roadway. Now, you're supposed to put 2.5 bar, you're having 2 bar. Now you have a lower pressure of the manufacturer, which is lesser pressure, which is reduced pressure, inflation pressure, which is not safe for you. It makes the side of the tire to warn faster, So that was why in exam, when they said, what is the effect of your 2 sides tire warning out faster because you have low pressure? Another question, what is the effect of you having the center of the tire warning out faster because you have higher pressure than the one of the manufacturer? And every tire, according to their size, has its own pressure from the manufacturer. But Mike, hope I'm able to answer you and I'm able to explain that. Very good. Now, another question, please, if I answer you and you're clear, please just thumb up or put OK. Thumb up or put OK. Thumb up or put OK, so that I will know that, yes, we are making progress in the class. We're making this online class, and it's very, very important. It's very, very important. You are due for your license. I said you're due for your license. That is my own ministry. This is my own ministry, and I bless God. It's my own ministry. So please help my ministry by asking me questions. It's my own ministry. For somebody to come online, someone say, for somebody to come online, there's a Ghana woman that called me and they invited me to a forum, and they said, I love your courage for you to come online and say, ask me any question. It means that you are not new, and I'm not new. I've been in the business for 18 years, so I'm not new. So ask me question, we'll be able to solve it. We'll be able to make it right. Now, a question say conventional road, from the conventional road and part of highway, please explain. Oh, that's a conventional road. What conventional road? A conventional is one of the highway, the fourth highway among the highways. Now, the four highways, I might not be able to explain it deep because it's a topic, it's a chapter 1, which we are going to experience in 3 weeks' time on my class. So, and if you go and visit one of our video, if you go and rewatch one of my video, I have the video on the YouTube already on this chapter. So now we have motorway, first one, dual carriageway, second one, highway for automobile, and conventional road, which is the fourth one. Conventional road is of two types. We have, according to speed, we have the one of 100 km/h and the one of 90 km/h. And how can I differentiate the two? There are 2 points that makes me to differentiate them according to the speed limits. Now, one, arch shoulder that is more than 1.5 meters arch shoulder, or at least 2 lanes in any direction of traffic, whether going or coming, making together 3 lanes. So if that 2 point is found on that conventional road, means that the conventional road is 100. But if one of the point is found, the conventional road is still 100. But if none of the 2 points is found, the conventional road is 90. Are you getting me? Now, part of highway. What are the part of highways? The part of highway is this. Let me just try to explain to us with this video. Look at this. This is an highway. This is an highway. We have the part of highway in this case. We have the hard shoulder. The hard shoulder here, the hard shoulder. The hard shoulder is where you park in your street, but on a motorway and dual carriageway, you don't park there. Only on involuntary parking. We have the central reservation area. That's the center that separates the flow of traffic here. We have the carriageway altogether. Combination of more than 1 lane becomes a carriageway. We have lanes, 1 lane, 2nd lane, 3rd lane. So combination of 3 lanes equals to what we call carriageway or roadway. And combination of the arch shoulder plus the carriageway is what we call the platform. So in this place, they explain what a lane is and what a narrow lane is. They explain what a carriageway is and what a narrow carriageway is. They explain what a central reservation area is, and they explain what the hard shoulder is. So I think we should, let's just key into, because it's a big topic on itself. So I think with this little explanation, you'll be clear with it. That is it. That's it. So that's it. So another question from Brother Peter says, do one have as to high or lower the pressure of the tire on winter or summer? No. Environmental condition or meteorological condition, which is snow, ice, rain, sun, does not have any effect on the bringing down of the inflation pressure of the tire. The manufacturer pressure is manufactured whether on summer or winter. This question comes in exam and people fail it so much. Winter or summer does not have anything to do with bringing down of your pressure of tire. You must have the normal pressure of the manufacturer on your tire. And remember that I explained before that if you have higher pressure than the manufacturer, you will turn the tire to balloon and the center will be worn out. So don't change pressure. Even though sometimes I even look at my car and I see the tire as if it's lower. Last week, I was driving, I see that my tire is lower, and I took it to where they pump tire and I put the gauge and it was reading correct. It was reading correct, but I felt that it was down. But I look at it, I wanted to use the African mentality to pump it. But something now came to me that you're a teacher. You should understand that when you start driving, the tire will build up pressure. Will build up pressure. And since the normal here is in there, if you go and put the more pressure, you will want the tire faster. That is why most of our tire in Africa, you realize that somebody will use tire and the tire will not last even 2 months. And they say they are changing tire because when they see the tire pressure lower, they pump more here. They just pump it to develop the tire and make the tire to look punky, and the tire will lose grip at any time of accidents. So that is it. But though when you have more load, there's a pressure they has to put when you are loaded. But on normal manufacturer pressure should be your tire. Remember that the only tire that has what we call higher manufacturer pressure is the tire at the boots, the spare tire. The spare tire, for example, if the fore tire on your wheel is having 2.5 bar, the tire at the boot might be having 3.0, which is called the higher pressure of the manufacturer. If you look at the booklet of your car, you will see they'll say so amount for normal pressure, manufacturer pressure, so amount for higher pressure of the manufacturer. So the higher manufacturer pressure which they're talking about is meant for the boots. Because why? If you gauge your tire every month and you put normal pressure on the one on the wheel, the one on the boot, you gauge it also and put higher one, so that by the time you will use it, it will have come to the normal level of pressure. It's just like you're having a party, a wedding on Friday, on Sunday, and you blow a balloon and put it in that church or that event center on Friday. What will happen before Sunday? That something will less. That is what happened to the rear tire. So are we clear? Are we clear, Brother Peter? Are we clear with that question? That question? Good, sister. So any other question? If you're watching us on YouTube, because this video was transmitted on YouTube, please, if you feel like asking question on how you can be our student, you can call on the same number, 620. The number is just posted, 620-586-038. 620-586-038. You can be our student by joining us and be a part of it. So any other question? Another question says, are the modern antihistamines safer for driving? Good. The modern, let me just put it, antihistamines are like a kind of multivitaminals that are so strong. The modern one are safer. The modern one, or the third generation, we call it, sometimes in exam they call it third generation or modern one. This is a drug. Remember that let me take it back to Nigeria. If you understand Nigeria very well, with one blood capsule, which they call Cipron. If you know what they call Cipron on the platform, just thumb up or say yes. If you know Cipron, if you've heard about Cipron before, or you've heard about it in Nigeria, please just thumb up or you say yes. Yes, thank you. I got one yes. Another yes. Let me see if another person, because so that I will be able to explain. Yes, from Sister Vivian. Good. Thank you. Even the person that asked the question knows it. So let me explain. When you take that Cipron that year, or somebody takes it on Friday, that person might be sleeping from Saturday and Sunday, and it will be hitting. So it's a kind of antihistamines that reduce your energy. But after it reduces your energy for some days for you to eat, by the time it's neutralized in your body, you are energized to work. But now they don't want that to work again. They now make it modern one. The modern one is like this example of this cod liver oil. This cod liver oil that has this fish liquid. They sell it in Lady. Fish liquid inside it. If you know it, please thumb up again. Let me see here your yes. If you've seen it before, this cod liver oil is found mostly in this cold period, the Scandinavia period area. Even we have it in Lady. It's very, very good for the health. I take it sometimes, and it's robust. That's why that's the you get me. So sometimes that is what some people ask me that how they say thank you. I have yes, very good. So that means you are in the class with me today. So in that case, when you take that cod liver oil, that is the modern antihistamines. It does not cause fatigue. It does not make you to sleep. It works like that Cipron. It makes your body to be healthy, makes you to eat rightly, makes you to feel healthy. But you can drive with it without no problem. But the problem is that if you mix it with another drug or you mix it with alcohol, it will backfire and it will react. So they are safe. That's why they say the modern ones are safer. The modern one is that code liver oil is safer. Is safer for driving than the old one. The antithemis is not safe, but the modern one is safer. Hope you're clear, Sister Vivian. Hope you're clear. Hope you're clear with the explanation. If you understand the two drug now and you've used it before, that's why first of all I have to say that who knows the drug? Who knows the drug? If you know that drug and you compare with this one. So if you want to try the modern antithemis, you can go to Liddy. In Liddy supermarket, they sell it in bottle. The fish, they call it fish oil or something like that. You see, when you use it, my sister or brother, you will see the difference. Does it mean that it does not have side effect? Oh, every drug has side effects, but we're talking about driving. When we say driving, we're relating the drug to driving. What does the effect on driving? When we talk about drug effect to driving, we're talking about having an increase in reaction time, having a kind of responding to your weakness, drowsiness, fatigue. But this drug will not make you to do that. You understand me? But when you use it with another drug, maybe for example, now you have that something, you use it with another drug, you mix. You know the way in Nigeria, when you go to hospital in Nigeria, they can pack 10 drugs at once. You will see the person who is under treatment be taking almost 10 different drugs at the same time. Now look at the person taking this 10 drug. What thing happen? Are you eating chalk? But here, when you go to hospital here, you realize that 2 drug alone is, like our paracetamol here is complex. Our paracetamol does the work of a lot of things: pain relief, headache relief, a kind of garganta, or do you understand? A kind of naris, a lot of things. That's why when some people go, I could remember many years ago, if I go to hospital that time, I tell them they will paracetamol. I said, these people, are they cost? Every time it's paracetamol. But later, when I got grown up here, I realized that the paracetamol is a complex. It has a lot of things that is done. That's why when you see people abusing it, later it won't work in your body again because you become someone who is taking cocaine. So that was why when you're tired, you take ibuprofen or paracetamol too much, you are taking an impact of cocaine in you. So when you drive so much, sometimes you get being tested for drug. That's why we said if you're using any drug under a medication of a doctor, you have to have the remaining sleep in your car. When you go to pharmacy here, if you're an hospital prescribe a drug for you and you want to go buy it pharmacy, people does not ask why do they tier one and give you one. They tier one and give you one because the one they gave to you is a presentation to show that you are under this drug. So if you're using that drug and you have to be going to work by driving, you have to have that sleep in your car so that when you are stopped by police and they tested you of drug, you'll be able to. For example, somebody who is using pill, a lady who is using pill not to get pregnant, that pill is a drug. It's a big drug that affects driving, but most of people don't know. That is why you see some people that are using it, they want to slap their husband in the house. They want to break bottle on the man in there because sometimes they get nervous, they get angry. You get me? So when you're under the influence of that drug, what you need to do is that you have to have the book or the paper. If you don't have the paper, you have the carton in your car, so that when you are stopped to carry out a breathalyzer alcohol test, you have to tell the police officer that you are using this, so they will not test you. Good. And that question says, does that means it doesn't have effect? Yeah, it has effect, but the effect is lower because the modern one. So I think my explanation, Sister Haiti, you're welcome. You're welcome. After the lecture, you can go on the video and watch the video. You can watch the video. And again, please, if you are joining, please like. Anytime, I don't need to tell you to like. When you come on the video, like, as you're dropping comment, like, and never watch our video without subscribing. Subscribe so that you can get a lot of information from us anytime we're coming. I don't need to tell you. I'm online. You'll be able to get me. I'm online, and you clicked with it. Please like our video. Try to like. There's a like button. This hand. If you don't know, they don't write it like. There's a hand like this and hand like this. Just under this video, just like it, like the button. So any other question? Any other question from anyone? Any other question from anyone? Any other question? Please, this is a revision class, and the purpose of having a revision is whatever you've encountered from Monday till now. I'm available now live, where you can call in on 620-586 to be able to solve the problem, to be able to answer, to be able to explain, even if you're studying the book or any test done in the class that is not clear, that you need a proper face-to-face explanation. I'm here. I'm just like being in the class also. So if you're watching me live, you're watching me as if I'm in the class teaching you. So it's the same thing. Get used to it, because we are in the pandemic period where everything is online. You understand me? Everything is online. So we are here. We are here. Are we there? Did I have a witness? Did I have a witness, please? And again, please help us to spread the news. Tell people we are making it real and we are making it possible. Help us to share our poster on every social media you have. Please share it. Tell people about us. God bless you. Tell people about us. Tell people about me. Tell people about. Let the good news spread. If you've been on my platform for 2 months now, you will realize that something good has happened. If you don't know, some you heard, some you don't hear, because some people are the past, they don't want to talk, and some people past, at least you congratulate them. So please help us to tell people more that something is happening. You can get it easily. You can get it easily with us. We're making it real, and I'm available to make it real. So we make it easy. Now another question says, is overtaking allowed in the tunnel? Is overtaking allowed inside tunnel? Good. In exam, when you have that kind of question, what you have to watch first is, in that tunnel, do you have 2 lanes in your direction? Do you have 2 lanes in your direction? If that question tells you that you have 2 lanes in your direction, yes, you can overtake. Or if an answer say yes, provided that you did not invade the opposite direction lane, or the question say one of the answers says yes, you have 2 lanes in your direction, means that yes, you can carry out overtaking safely without problem. But if no answer says that, and every answer is like you have 1 lane going, 1 lane coming, you can overtake. Overtaking is not permitted in a tunnel that has only 1 lane going, 1 lane coming. But if you have 2 lanes in your direction, overtaking is permitted. Are you clear? Are you clear? If you're clear, Sister Vivian, please thumb up and put okay or yes, and let's get it. And the person who is answering question, who is asking question, should not be the only person. If you're clear, also the reason why we have this interaction is to share, to brainstorm question that you cannot ask, other person will ask. I'm not asking question today. I want you to ask question, and I want to use your question to explain some challenges and some areas in exam. So if you're here with us, and again, if you go to exam, please always calm. Many people go to exam, nervousness makes them to fail. If you go to exam, just calm down, relax yourself. When you enter the exam hall, be calm. Read the question. If the question is not clear, leave it, go and do another one. But make sure that when you come back, you attest it. You check it back and you do it. Don't leave any question untouched when you get to exam, because the 30 question is very, very important, very, very important for you. Just touch all the question and you pass. When you do, don't wait till exam period, till before you start studying. I tell people, don't wait till exam period. Many of us wait till exam period. Even in the class, on the platform of my class, when I give test, some people, they don't. But when you just say, teacher, yes, now I'm ready. You are ready, no problem. So all the one teacher is doing is all these days, it means that you are just watching it, looking at it. Good, but no problem. So teacher has his own license, so it's your time to have yours. So let's just try to embrace it and get it faster. People that comes from far, I have students from Las Palmas, I have students from Fuerteventura, I have students from Germany, I have students from Sweden, I have students from Norway, I have students from Swiss, then from France on that platform, and you see them passing. They are not here. They are passing. So they ask questions so much and they don't fail. The more you touch test, the more advantage you have. The more you touch test. Most especially, listen to me. The more you touch test that are actualized with the exam you are going to do, not anyhow test. People go on YouTube, people go on sites and they do some tests that are translation, which convince you, cause problem to you when you go to exam. That is why some people you see, they go to exam and they are failing. What you need to use is I tell one student who registered with a school and also called me, and I said, what you need to do is that you take me or you take that school. I will not belittle any school for myself, but believe in my material and use my material and follow me up. If you don't pass that time, I will ask the family meeting, what is the problem with you? You understand me? But using that material, I have to call the person to meet me in my area. Let me see the material. And I saw the material. The material it will make you to stress. And I look at the person who is using that material is not somebody who is so brilliant that can cope with the two. So use my material and let's do it. A question from Sister Vivian says, what the maximum speed you can drive a car on a highway while towing a trailer? It depends on the highway. It depends on the highway. You know, a car that is towing a trailer is found on third group in the table on subheading 53. If you look at the subheading 53 here, look at this place. You see, the third group is we have that red car towing a trailer. So if you're talking about the highway, we must know the highway. The highway, when the question symbolize highway direct, it might be this first one here. The first one here. This first one here. Which is 90. So we might be talking about the highway for automobile, the motorway or dual carriageway in that case. So but just understand that the car towing a light trailer, is found on group third. Ramichael says, sir, can you go through some lights on subheading 179, sign made by police officer? 179. Good. 179. You're talking about this place. I think if you're talking about this place, please thumb up. Good. The sign of the police officer. Among the priority sign, we have 5 signs and they have order of priority. The first sign is the police, which I'm going to explain now. The second sign is the circumstantial traffic sign or warning light. The third sign is the traffic light, which is always circular. The fourth one is the vertical sign, which are always on a pole. And the fifth one is the road markings, whether white color, blue, red, any marking on the ground that has to do with marking on the road. They are road marking, which is the fifth priority of the sign. But here you're asking me about the police officer. Police officer has 2 ways to make their sign. They can make their sign through what you can see, which is the arm or the lights. And also they can make their sign through what you can hear, through the whistle. Now, with the arm of the police, when the police extended his arm vertical, it means that it's obligating all the road users approaching the police, which is the agent, to stop. Approaching means from the front, not from the back. So when the police extend his arm to you, vertical, controlling all users, not vehicle alone. Pedestrians, animal, two-wheel vehicle, anybody, all users of the road to stop. But when they extend their arm horizontal, whether one or two is the same thing. Whether one or two horizontal means that they are obligating all road users are approaching the agent from both directions, from the back and from the front, to stop. When a police is waving his arm without anything, any holding of anything, reduce speed. When they hold something and they are waving it, means whether light red or light yellow, means stop. Stop. So the whistle, a short, frequent blow, po, 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 just like football, po, 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 po. The referee want to stop the match. Stop, like police. A long whistle or a long burst, which is po, means continue or start moving, which the referee in football too, when they want to start a match, po means start the football. So that is the issue. Are we clear? Are we clear with it? Any other question? If you're joining us, you can also call on 620-586-038 to ask question how you can be a student or how you can be part of this great privilege to pass in this period of pandemic. This period of pandemic, it is possible. It is possible. It is possible. After the pandemic, a lot of job without license will be a spring up. So it is important for you to have it this period. Encourage your fellow person around you. Introduce them. Tell them about this platform, that something is going on, and give them my number to call. Even though if they want to pay easily, I can make it, fractionalize it, and make it easy for them. And we assist to pay. We assist to pay also. So that's it. So if you're joining us, you can like the video, help us to like the video, drop comments, because I have to appreciate as many people that don't watch our video. After this video, don't watch our video without subscribing to our YouTube. If it's a YouTube of some crazy thing I don't want to mention, you see people 1 million, but please don't subscribe. Without subscribing, you're watching it, you're not helping the person who is doing it. Please subscribe and help. So subheading 175 176 175 176. Good. 175 and 176 is this. 175 and 176. Is it this? Please let me know. Say yes if it's this. Good. 175 and 176 is talking about your observation when you notice a sign on the roadway. And the location of the sign matters. If the sign, for example, you get to a junction, we're talking about one-way road. On getting to a junction, a sign can be fitted on the left. A sign can also be placed on the right. When it's on the left, it has a meaning. It's controlling some vehicle on the roadway. When it's on the right, it has a meaning. It's controlling some vehicle on the roadway. For example, vehicles that are going to the right must always obey signs that are posted on the right. Vehicles that are going to the left must always obey signs that are posted on the left, and vehicles that are going straight must obey the same left. Now, let me now explain something now. When the sign is only placed on the right, it controls everybody. That is why when you get to some junction, the traffic light is placed only on the right. Everybody will obey it, whether you are going to the left, or you are going straight, or you are going to the right. But when they remove the traffic light on the right and they put it on the left, it means that it's controlling only the left and the person going straight on. Because anything that controls the left person, the person turning to the left, is controlling the person going straight also. So that person going to the right will go with caution to his right. So as I explained earlier, when the sign is placed on the left and on the right, the one on the left controls the person going to the left and going straight. But the one on the right will only control the person going to the right. That is it. Hope you're clear with that. I think I explain it in a way that okay. Thank you for that. So any other question? Any other question? Question. If you have question, even from the test we did, we have only like 5 minutes to go on this. We're gonna make it 1 hour 30 minutes. Like we have like 10 minutes to go. So if you have any question, or you have experience you want to share with someone, you can call on 620-586. Experience in the exam. You've been to the exam before, or you've been battling with the test and it's not so clear. You can call us on 620, share it, or you've passed and you want to encourage people on the platform to know that it is possible. Because what we hear, the news we hear on the streets, are not encouraging to a lot of people. That is why a lot of people are afraid. People call me every day, teacher, people said it's not possible to pass. I said, people said it's not possible. There are person that said it's not possible. Does he have a license? He said no. So it means that failure is moving with failure. So the person does not want you to get a higher level than. So if your husband is in the house and does not have license, and you have the opportunity to have it, go for it. It will help the family. But if it discourages you, sit down and think, why is it discouraging when it's something that can help you to get a better job, that can facilitate the family at any time to any place? So why is it discouraging you? And again, if your husband have a license and it's discouraging you, question your husband. Do you sure that you did the license by yourself, or you just got it on the merit of paying somebody? If that husband did that exam by himself, it will encourage the wife to have, because it's good for two people in the house to have. It's an advantage. An advantage. Because one day, if he's strong, somebody will be able to drive him. If he's tired, somebody will be able to help and assist. And again, your wife will be able to have a better job. He can have a job anywhere and he can get home easily to take care of the kids without no stress. In abroad, most of the baby mama, you have to drop your kids somewhere. You have to run again through metro, train to go and pick them up. It's an advantage. It's very important. You have some personal business you would like to do, and without car, you can't connect. You want to go and live in a place that will give you an executive, a good atmosphere with a cheaper rates. You need a car, outskirts of the city, and you want to be coming to the city. Without car, you can't get it. So why we have the advantages are so numerous. The advantages are so much. So let's embrace it. After the pandemic, most of the job without license, they will not employ you. Without license, they will not employ you. Without license, it will be stream. Even though they don't need car, they need somebody to be punctual. So that was why it's very important. And don't join team that carry negative news that is not possible on the street. I believe in the possibility of it, and I've tried it for years and it's working. If only people that have been passing on the street can tell you the truth that they are passing, it could have been easy for the whole black race that speaks English community, most especially Nigeria, in Madrid or in some states where I've been, to be not to be listed among those without license. But our people don't put volume to good news. So it's very important. So you can start doing it. I don't say you do it because I want to make money, but let's do it so that we can make our people, we can be proud. If you see some South American, you will see them, they'll be proud that yes, they are doing this. They don't care what they pay for it, but they are doing it. But let's try to start something. Let's try, preach it in your church, preach it on your site. If I saw some people even advertising me on their Facebook, and I was like, I collected money from them, they paid me, and they are doing it for me. It's not only for me, it's because they want people to get it the way they are getting it. Don't even wait until some people will tell me. I laugh when some people will tell me that until I pass. If I pass, I will tell you are a greedy person. If you say you until you pass before you will tell somebody, most especially our sisters, it is a greedy heart. Please pass along with your people. If you love your friend, you love your people, you love your family, you love your church member, preach it with them. I got offended by one pastor when I said to the pastor that when I said to the pastor when I when I said to the pastor that, sir, preach me your church on the altar because you passed from me. You passed from me. And he got offended a little. And I look at it that no, what I'm telling him is tell people about the good news and where you got it from. Even God will bless you more because I don't take anything when I do it. So that's it. So it's very important. So let's spread the news. Let's spread the good news. It is possible. Let's spread the good news. Let's spread the good news. The good news is people are passing. The good news is people are passing now. People are passing. And you are next in line. You have to pass. You have to pass. That's why we have this forum. Bring up question you don't know. Bring up you, even though if you don't want to be a student and you want to get our material, I will get it for you. I will send the material to you. I have students that said, I don't want to join your class, but I need your material. I want to travel to. I get the material for them and I charge them little, and I get the material for them. But most of them, they watch us after this video. They watch us after this video. That's why they can't subscribe. So please, I'll appreciate everybody. I appreciate you, Brother Michael, for coming online, Brother Peter or Gaga for coming online, Sister Foley for coming online, Sister Vivian, thank you very much for making today's lecture classic by asking your questions. Very much. We have Sister Haiti, we have Sister Doris, Sister Juanes. We have really appreciate all of you people that comes on board today. Everybody that comes on board, I'm trying to look the person that I don't want someone to say teacher did not person Mr. or Mrs. Navs that comes online, that came online. We're waiting for your question and we didn't see it till now. So we have my sister took my evangelist Favor. Thank you for being online also. I think you just dash in and dash out. Brother Robert, Brother Monday took him online. I didn't even see you. Sorry, sir. So we appreciate everybody, and I have to call it a day. I remain the same person that makes it real on the platform. After this lecture, after this video, if it's not live and you want to ask your question, you can still drop your question on the board, and I'm available to answer you. I remain Steve Adetela. My number is 620-586-038. You can join us. You can call us. We are available to assist anytime, any day. Thank you very much for being a student.